Carly Ann. I'm a self-esteem and relationship coach. Welcome. I am just so passionate about helping people to build their self-worth so that they can have more meaningful, happy, secure relationships. That's why I am inviting you here today to talk about how you can break free from repeating over and over again painful patterns in relationships, in dating, just in your love life, And the key way to do that is really by looking at your current views of yourself, so your self-esteem, your self-worth, and really diving into that. Because look, relationships, who said they're easy? They're not easy, and that certainly isn't what this is about. We're not here saying that every relationship should be easy or shouldn't come with its challenges and things like that. However, there is a time when relationships seem to be more painful than they need to be. There's a time when you keep finding yourself in the same pain over and over again, or perhaps you know that the pain that you feel, the way that you are focused on this situation, is out of proportion. Perhaps you know that you're really feeling it a lot more than you need to be. Meaning, not to invalidate your feelings in any way, but just meanings that sometimes the way that we focus on things, think about things, the way that we behave, it can add to what's already a difficult situation. And we tend to have an awareness when that's the case. So perhaps that's the case for you, or perhaps it's not. There will be particular patterns for you that you know are creating pain in your life and in your relationships. Perhaps it is you notice yourself self-sabotaging, pushing love away, not even putting yourself out there at the fear of getting hurt. Perhaps you keep going for the same type of person over and over again. Perhaps you know that you're settling for less than you deserve, or you keep forgiving someone for the same thing over and over again, even though they promised you it's not going to happen again. I certainly remember the moment for me, and I see it now working with my clients who also want to break free from these patterns. But I remember questioning, why? Why do I keep finding myself back here? Why do I keep putting up with this? Why am I not walking away from something that so much of my body is saying, walk away? So much of my mind is shouting, walk away. Why don't I? Why do I keep staying in these situations with people who don't see me, with people who aren't ready or willing or wanting a relationship? Why do I find myself coming back here? And perhaps for you, it's a different type of pattern that you're in. That's an example for me. But either way, when you're ready to face that, you'll know it's time. And I want to give you 3 basically like getting started strategies to help you start to look at why and look at how you can start to break free from these patterns. We're looking at self-esteem, right? That is what I am here for, to help you create a sense of value for yourself, to know that you are enough, whatever is going on in your love life, whoever is texting you or isn't texting you, whoever you're thinking about or wishing that you could change the past, to know that you are enough anyway, to know that you don't need fixing, to know that you have so much to bring to the table in a relationship. A lot of the time we don't want to face self-esteem because so many blocks and so many fears of what that might mean. What if I improve and then I lose this person for good? What if no one wants me when I've got high standards? Who's going to be there to meet the standards? There's fears around facing self-esteem issues. There's fears around changing, even if that change can seem like it might be a benefit for you. The truth is, with self-esteem and people who struggle with their self-esteem, you tend to have a really a view of yourself that is just not accurate, self-critical, hard on yourself, don't think that you deserve happiness and love, and it really can knock you, and it will invite in people of that same kind of vibe, people who will take advantage of that, people who won't see you, people who are not available. When your self-esteem is knocked and low and you struggle with it, you are more likely to experience low mood, anxiety, stress, like real pain when you experience rejection, anything like that. And you will perceive things in your world to mean that you are less than. You will perceive things in your world to mean that you are not lovable and that you are not worthy. And so what you do in those situations is you will end up just accepting what you feel like you deserve, even if you're not aware of it. And I know from personal experience, when that low self-worth and low self-esteem is triggered, perhaps by an experience that you perceive to be rejection or someone not messaging you, something to trigger that feeling of not being enough, you feel it in your whole body. And you know, when you're in that situation, people will go to extreme measures to try and undo that, to try and feel good enough, to try and prove that they are lovable. Whether that is to reach out to someone that you know is no good for you, whether it is to keep dating even though you know it would be really good to have a break from dating for you. So we keep going round and round in the same cycle until we decide it is time to break out of it. I know and I truly believe that you are deserving of that healthy, happy love that sometimes you allow yourself to consider, that you find yourself daydreaming about. However, I also know that when you base your happiness and your worth on that relationship or on any relationship, it really, really does play havoc with your well-being, with how you show up every day, and being able to believe that you are enough. You know, we hear that everywhere. I am enough, you are enough. But to believe it is a whole other ballgame, and it can feel impossible. A few affirmations isn't enough. You've got to really start to dig deep and understand you don't need fixing here. You are already enough. You are. And it's important that you understand that. It's important that you realize you are enough, flaws and all. It is okay if you bruise easily. It is okay if you experience insecurity. It is okay if you struggle to believe that you're enough. We can do the work with that. And that's why I'm providing these 3 steps to get you started so that you can begin to break free from painful patterns in relationships, and you can begin to build your self-esteem so that you can experience happiness for yourself. And that means when you do meet someone or when you are in your relationship, you're able to be there from a space of believing you deserve to be there, that you have the right to say how you feel in that relationship. You have the right to say what you want as well, and to speak up and to say what you don't want. And when you begin to value yourself, when you begin to know your worth and practice these 3 steps, you are going to start to believe that you're enough. When you act it out, when you feel it, when you be it, it changes everything. Because like I said, just thinking it isn't enough. So download my 3 steps to building your self-esteem so that you can break free from repeating painful patterns in love. Be sure to get in touch and let me know how you get on. It's not always easy when you first start diving into this, but it is necessary. And thank you so much for being here. If you have been here before, then hello. Please make sure that you subscribe. If you're new here, then welcome. I hope that you have got something from this video that you can, actually start to put into practice, because that's what this is all about. This is why I'm here. More than just watching this video, it's to help you to put this into practice. So enjoy this process. This is you taking a step towards growth. And I'm all for that. Like I said, do make sure to give a like, give a subscribe. It'll be really nice to be able to stay in touch. Otherwise, don't forget, you are enough, you are lovable, and you are so, so worthy.